I welcome you with love in this lecture. The title of the lecture is the Ben-Oni the right opening for you? The Ben-Oni is a sharp, tactical opening. If you want to improve your calculation skills, then this opening will help you. The position is unbalanced from the beginning, so there is a good chance to win for both players. You may want to play other opening if you want to play slow, strategical positions, or if you want a solid middle game where you can have the draw at least. To play the Ben-Oni defense can be very exciting if you win and very frustrating if you lose. Nice combinations included. I wish you the best to try it or study some interesting games. Bobby Fischer used the Ben-Oni defense in the third game of the World Championship match against Boris Spassky. In this game, Black was able to use three main ideas for Black and preventing two main ideas for White. First, he had active piece play on the king side with the knights by knight h5 and knight g4. Second, he was able to advance the queenside pawns by b6, a6 and then b5. And third, he attacked the white e4 central pawn by rooks on the e5. Finally, he won the e4 pawn and later the endgame. Black's critical weakness is the d6 pawn. White has two main plans. First, winning the pawn. Second, exchanging it with e4, e5 and then advance the d pawn. Let us look now the game which was played between Boris Spassky and Bobby Fischer in the World Championship in Reykjavik in the third round. White started with d2, d4, then Black played knight f6, then c4, Black played e6. The third move, White played knight f3, then Black played c5, then White played d5, then Black captured the pawn with his e-pawn, e takes d5, then White captured back with the c-pawn, c takes d5, Black played d6, White developed the queen side knight with knight c3, then Black prepared the bishop development with g6, White played knight d2, Black played knight bd7, White played e4, Black played bishop g7, White played bishop e2, Black castled, White also castled, Black moved the rook to e8, White moved the queen to c2, the knight moved to h5, White captured the knight with the bishop, Black captured back with the pawn, then the knight moved forward to c4, and so the Black knight moved to e5, and again the White knight moved to e3 now, the Black queen moved to h4, the White bishop moved to d2, the Black knight arrived to g4, the White knight captured on g4, and black captured back with the pawn on g4. White moved the bishop to f4. Black moved back the queen to f6. Black's critical weakness is the d6 pawn. White has two main plans. One is to win the pawn. The second is to exchange it with e4, e5 and then advance the d pawn. Queen f6 defends the d6 pawn and also covers the e5. White played g3. Black moved the bishop to d7 and prepared the advance with b7, b5. White moved a pawn to a4. Black moved the b pawn to b6. Important to start this way to prevent the blockade. If black would play a6, then white would push the a pawn to a5, and this would block the advance of the black b pawn. So black moved the b pawn to b6, and white moved the f rook to e1. Black moved the a pawn to a6. White moved to rook to e2. Black was able to move the b pawn to b5. White moved the a rook to e1. White wants to push the e pawn. The black queen moved to g6. White pawn moved to b3. Black rook moved to e7. White queen moved to d3. Black rook moved to b8. White a pawn captured the b5 pawn. Black a pawn captured back on b5. White moved the b pawn to b4. In this position, black moved the c pawn to c4. If instead of this move black would capture the b4 pawn, it would be a mistake, because the white knight wins back the pawn and get a nice square on b4 after moving to a2, and black moves the b rook to e8 and white knight captures on b4. So instead of this capture, black moved the c pawn to c4. White queen moved back to d2. The b rook moved to e8. White moved to e3 with the rook. Black moved the h pawn to h5. White moved the e3 rook to e2. Black moved the king to h7. White moved the rook to e3. Black moved back the king to g8. White moved the e3 rook to e2. Black captured the 3c knight with the bishop. White captured back with the queen. Rook captured e4 and black wins. White captured the e4 rook with his rook, and black captured the e4 rook with his rook. White captured on e4 with the rook, and finally black captured it with the queen. The white bishop moved to h6. The black queen moved to g6. White bishop moved back to c1. Black queen moved to b1. White king moved to f1. Black bishop arrived to f5. White king moved to e2. Black queen gave a check on e4. White queen moved to e3 to defend the check, and the black queen moved to c2. The white queen moved to d2 to defend again. The black queen moved to b3. White queen moved to d4. And finally the black bishop moved to d3, and white resigned. So Bobby Fischer won the game. Thank you for watching this lecture. Hope to see you in other lectures. Bye bye.